Welcome to Rain World. We are a survivor, also known as a slug cat. What you saw was our family. Unfortunately, that family is no longer going to be a part of our life. Maybe we'll find them one day again, maybe we won't. But for now, we are on our own. As for what lies ahead, we'll just have to wait and see, right? Rain World is a very visually and also, I guess, audio-wise, I don't know, language, a very stimulating game. So there's going to be a lot of moments where I'm just going to let the visuals and the music and the ambience speak for itself. Now, to people who saw my last stream of this game that unfortunately I didn't save, I kind of explained every single thing in the game. I'm not going to do as much of that this time. I'm going to keep it pretty chill, but a few things, obviously, I'm going to explain so that people aren't lost. We'll play it by feel. So we are Survivor. Survivor, unfortunately, finds himself pretty much at the bottom of the food chain. There are things, thankfully, that are below him on the food chain, like those bat flies that we saw. And that's where we're going to be feeding on for this adventure. Slugcat has to eat, he has to sleep. That's pretty much his only real needs. To sleep, you find a shelter. You have to have enough food in order to sleep in the first place. And you just stand still inside of a shelter in order to hibernate. This is pretty much the core gameplay loop. What you're going to be seeing for the next very many hours of the game is exactly what you just saw right there. So, of course it gets a little more complicated, right? These symbols are going to make sense as we go, so I'm not even going to worry about it right now. Just know that the symbol going up means we're doing good, we're surviving. Symbol going down means we're dying. Symbol up is good, it means we get to progress in the game. Symbol down means we might have to do a little bit of farming in the current area that we're in. Much exploring to be done in this game. Now, the game of Rain World is timed, so although you are very heavily encouraged to explore, and really, I mean, here's the map, you're supposed to explore, like, every single last inch of every screen, but of course the game is somewhat timed. You do have a time limit per day, and at the end of the day, if you don't reach a shelter, it is a game over, so you kind of have to keep that in mind. It's a little bit of management of both time and exploration. What you're seeing now and what you saw a few moments ago was a lizard. These are green lizards. There are many different colors and varieties of lizards. And while they're not the only enemy type in Rain World, they are definitely the most common. This guy can't reach me, so... yeah. So, lizards definitely can hear me. They can see me, hear me. I think some varieties can smell me, which is wonderful. But thankfully these guys are quite cumbersome. That being said, he might have some tricks to juke me out. Alright, interesting. So yeah. Him being a big, bulky little payaso, he's not going to be able to climb up poles and such in order to get to me. I wonder if I should have gone up. No, I don't think there's anything up there. Yeah, if you want to talk about dicey, that could have got rough. Green lizards, very territorial. They will fight each other. To no end. To no end. Looks like my opportunity to get the hell out of here. Just gonna ignore that. Wish there was a way to get rid of these things. I feel like now that's gonna be on the screen for the rest of the time. If I really finesse with chat settings, I probably could find a way. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to pay it too much mind right now. Multiple ways I could go. So this is an opportunity to sort of explain. In the bottom left, you will see a little symbol with a bunch of dots around it. A semicircle of dots. It actually starts as a full circle, and that's because that's this game's timer, which is reset upon each cycle. A cycle being a day, essentially. Since I still have some time, this is one of those moments where we get to compromise a little bit of the time limit in order to emphasize exploration. And is that not what life is about? We might have to fight here. Now, as you can expect with the little noodle arms that Survivor's got, he's not the most proficient in combat. For the most part, this would just act as a distraction. Alright. And I have a little... I'm cheating a little bit because I have the map explored from my last playthrough. But, we definitely would like to go up, ultimately. Oh, that's not good. Pink lizards. I'm I'm a little bit more afraid of. They're a little bit more agile than the green lizards. They don't pack quite the same punch. But honestly, it doesn't matter. I just lost my spear because I'm a fool. Alright, let's see if we can't juke this guy out with some pipes. Maybe not. Let's just get out of here. It's kind of a hidden way up. Ah, yes. Ancient gamer fuel graffiti. Left behind by ancients long before. Or maybe I just drew that right now. Supposedly somewhere down is a shelter. It says this yellow guy. He doesn't seem to want to stick around for too long. Full on food. Interesting. So there is a shelter sort of pretty close to here. What you're seeing is not just a pole, but a pole plant. Quite evil. In fact, I could hit him with a spear, but I don't want to do that right now. Now this guy is trouble. Not too worried about the green one unless I fall down there. Alright. It was very close. I almost got eaten by a pole plant. Yeah, look at that evil son of a gun. I don't like that. Kind of losing my mind a little bit here. Alright, down is the way. Not straight down because, yeah, things like that will happen. We're about to see we're about to see the end of this fool's career as a lizard. Make him wish he didn't have climbing powers. Oh, what a leap! Dude, I'm actually quite impressed by the leap. Nice. Somehow he manages to survive. Survivor's so cute when he sleeps. I just can't get over that. Many hours in this game and I still get a kick out of seeing him just taking that fat little nap. It's such a vibe, man. Okay, we got options. I really don't want to go down. Can't make that work anyway. Don't have a high enough symbol to go down. These guys are friends. They may look a little threatening. They're not so bad. They're pretty chill guys. Nice. Source of infinite food. It is a little strange, I suppose, in concept here. I don't know what's about to come through that pipe. Just another friend, I guess. He's a little bit neurotic, isn't he? Honestly, same. So when you hear that beat, that is the threat music playing. Rain World has sort of music when there's enemies nearby on the screen. Or even on the next screen, sometimes it'll start playing like this little percussion beat. That is a pole plant, gotta remember that. And as the threat becomes more intense and as there become more threats on the screen, the music will intensify and more layers will add on to the threat music. And it's actually pretty impressive. Like, if you listen to the layered tracks, there's so many there's so many different instruments and types of percussion and such that go into these tracks. And I think in general the soundtrack of this game is absolutely fantastic. But the threat music in Outskirts, which is the area we're in right now, a lot of people's favorite. I'd say it's up there for me as well. Something about it. Yeah, so you can hear that kind of like, you know, percussion starting up as the lizard's chasing me, and it can get pretty wild, but hopefully we're not going to experience any kind of insanity too soon here. I'm sure it's coming. Hey, is that Kiwi? Just about to sleep, and suddenly a Vice comes knocking at the door. One of my late night DGen streams. Hope you're doing well, man. I'm actually starting over in this game. Not that I made that much progress last time. A little bit, but... Good to see you, man. Good to hear from you. Happy New Year and stuff. I don't even know if I've streamed this year. Maybe I have. 2024 looking to be pretty fierce, but I'm ready for it. Felt like 2023 was just a big year of getting ready for 2024. Alright, I'm gonna try and kill this guy. We're gonna call him dead. We're gonna pronounce that guy no more of the land of the living. Before I go up, I'll go left. Okay, actually I don't want to go left anymore. And that bass coming in. It's the last time we're gonna hear that bass for a while, unfortunately. We're gonna say goodbye to the Outskirts. Feel like that's every year. Yeah, don't at me like that, man. You're so right, though. People definitely say that every year. We'll see, right? I'm along for the ride. I am absolutely riding the waves of life. But 2024 is supposed to be a tinge more responsibility, right? At least I'm gonna tell myself that. Welcome to the industrial complex. Well, I'm already full, so I didn't need to do that. Huge rip. Because those things aren't that common. I think it might be wise to shelter, even with plenty of time left. Things are going to start heating up. I'm not sure. That's a sentiment I've been getting from a lot of people is like a lot of people did their partying and just kind of like just general not giving a shit in 2023. And I think now is the time of all the introspection and all the getting it out of our systems kind of comes to a close. Not to say that that's the end of it, but there's other things in the path of life. Yeah, you know, I've been on the train saying I'm old for a long time. I really don't believe it. Sometimes I feel like it, like physically, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not really doing what Survivor's doing, you know? I don't see myself climbing on poles anytime soon. I'm not really that physically well, but maybe this is the year that I become more like little slug cat here, eating bat flies and throwing spears at at monkeys and all that. Nice. So that flower will reinforce our symbol, so if I happen to die, I won't go down a symbol. I'll just lose the flower instead. Very handy to have. Okay, kind of trapped in a bad position here. 2 ways in, 2 ways out. Okay, maybe more than 2 ways in. He's smart. He's smart. He's too smart. We're just gonna jump from pole to pole and juke him out. Uh-oh. I don't know if he can get back up here quickly. I know he has that den to the left. He can kind of teleport in here. But I want to have the hindsight take that pearl with me. Pearls will be useful later. For those who didn't see the first stream, Survivor has... He's able to hold one thing in each hand. So he can hold 2 items visibly, but he has a 3rd inventory slot. Which is inside of his stomach. Could pretty much hold anything in there. He's like a void in there. He's kind of like Kirby, I suppose, in that respect. So right now my pearl is just kind of chilling in my stomach. Yeah, okay. Vulture. Just gonna ignore that guy. He's actually very dangerous, but... As you can imagine, he has a hard time fitting his way into small areas. Yeah, the turtle shell is all too comfortable. Unfortunately, I've found a little bit too much comfort with it, I feel like, but that's a little bit deep in the in the memory banks. It's so easy to be complacent in life. I may not need a spear for this. Probably should have brought one with anyway, right? So there's a couple there's a couple pearls here. This blue pearl is important for 100% completion. I'm not going to care about that for this playthrough, but if you find colorful pearls, those are generally a good idea to hold on to. Again, for this playthrough, I'm not going to care too much, because we're just kind of going through the game. Those pearls are important for lore and world building, which does exist in this game, believe it or not. Oh, no. camouflage lizards. God, and I don't know about the tongue, man. I guess I'm not a tongue kind of individual. I don't know, man. Alright, he's a tough one to kill. You're really not supposed to kill these guys, but that's gotta be it, right? 6 spears to the behind there. Heck. Alright, we're just gonna have to jump. I'm gonna try and hit him, yeah, at the right time. Then we're gonna have to, no. Throw a rock at him. I couldn't turn around. We might be dead. We might be dead. I don't know if I have a plan for this situation. Just keep running, man. The hamster wheel. The hamster in the wheel, man. Serving the machine. Serving the industrial complex. This is just a metaphor for... for the system we're in, man. So there's a small chance that this guy comes and saves me. There's also a chance that he's gonna come and make my death all the more swift. Not what I expected to be doing this morning. Alright. I think, I am slowly dragging the white lizard with me. My plan was to jump behind him, get the rock, and then try and hit him with it. We'll see if it works. Probably not. I'm gonna wait for him to snap his jaw shut first, and then I'm gonna go for it. Dude, he's a... he just knows what's good, man. I gotta pat myself on the back a little bit for that one. That was a gamer moment for sure. Don't expect too many of those. Never been so happy to see some berries. Usually I see berries, and it's a bad thing, and I'm not going to explain that any further. Scavenger. Scavengers can be friend or foe, depending on the situation. That guy really wants me dead. Which may have been hard to tell. But they have different, so they don't quite have facial expressions, but they have, like... This isn't good. Yikes. They actually use their arms in order to emote. It's kind of interesting. Use a spear right here. This is the beautiful thing about Rain World's level design and the use of spears, is that sometimes you can actually, and you can do this to every wall, but you can implant spears into the side of walls to create your own level design. If you're nifty enough, and I need some flat ground to show it off. But you can do some pretty slick things with spears to kind of break the level design in your favor. I hear a vulture. I see a pink lizard. Alright, where are we at here? So up is a new area. Don't know if I want to go there. Don't know if I want to go there yet. So I'm going to keep making my way to the right. But yes, although there is a linear path of progression that you can take that is intended, so to speak, the game is very much open world. You can do things kind of however you want to. I guess one minor criticism I have is that there's a lot of areas that you can go to. Although you can go there in any order you want, there's not necessarily anything to do there. So, like there is, but it's kind of hard to explain, I suppose. You can find colored pearls all throughout the world, but until you kind of know what to do with them, it's kind of like you can only carry so many pearls with you, you know? Yes, I have noticed that little yellow guy. He's quite a guy. Definitely does show me, yeah, astral projections of burning forests, and to press the B button as well. He's a big fan of the B button. Alright, so we've reached maximum symbol, which means now we can start earning these sort of like achievements. They're called passages. So that's what those little like dots on the side are. It's pretty much progress towards different achievements. And once you reach maximum symbol, which means you've survived for a while, you can start earning these achievements. You can't actually start earning them until you've survived. Oh, the kitty. The kitty, he's a great friend. He's a... Yeah, I definitely think about him from time to time. Unfortunately, I'm no longer associated with him, you could say. He's kind of gone his own way in life, but from what I understand, he's doing well. His name is Prometheus, which is quite a majestic name. Yeah, that's just kind of how life goes sometimes, but... Okay, so what we saw was an entrance to a new area, which we explored a little bit on the last stream, the Shaded Citadel. Don't know if I want to go there yet. Didn't go so well last time. Kind of... am looking for something beforehand. That's tough. So where does that lead to? Okay, that kind of leads us back into the industrial complex. I want to go... I want to take a different route. So of course the red circle indicates where we are. Blue pings, I think, are supposed to indicate threats, but sometimes, I don't know, Rain World just does what it does sometimes. It gives you hints that are, like, very interesting. Okay. So I think I am getting a little bit lost here, but I do want to go up. So now I can show this off. Do a backflip and throw your spear downwards. It's pretty tricky to pull off. But as you can see right there, it allows you to do some sequence breaks that might be a little bit difficult otherwise. So I'll tell you what, this guy is going to get a spear. I mean, not a spear, but a pearl. I'm just going to set it down, back away. That's all yours, man. That's a gift from me to you. A sort of memento of friendship. Alright, well, you better get your ass back here and take it, or else I'm bringing it with me. You came back just to throw a rock? Okay, well, I don't know what's up with that guy. Dude, either take the pearl. We're going in there. Mysteriously vanished. We may end up coming across him again. For now, I'm going to swallow this again, though. Yeah, but I definitely found out in life that I'm a cat person. And something I'd like to reintroduce into my life one day. I really think it can add a lot to a household dynamics. And come on, just seeing that little face, you know what I mean? Like, let's not even make it deeper than it is, dude. Sometimes you just want to see that little face looking at you. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared of them. Because he does have the potential to really mess up my day. Gotta get some food. A little bit of young Link action here. I wish I was better at this. I am playing on controller, by the way. You could play on controller or keyboard. I guess I suck at this game. Almost. It's harder than it looks because there's a little indentation in the wall there. It'd be easier with a spear. It's a little bit of a tease, to be honest. Gotta be really careful here. Centipedes. Not only disgusting, quite dangerous too. Babies, though? That's a meal. That's a straight up snack. Damn, he got him too. That's a beautiful thing about Rain World, man. Enemies fight each other, or at least sometimes. Depending on a lot of nerdy factors that we're not going to go into. Sometimes the best way to fight your way through a bunch of enemies is just to sit there and watch the war take place and just kind of scooch on by as you can. Pole plant. That's why it pays to keep a little bit of rubbish on you. Without that rock, I would have died. God, those guys are freaky as hell. Oh. Hello, vulture. Hello, vulture grub. I can actually eat the dead vulture grub. I hear that beat, you know? When I hear that beat, I'm like, there's something going on somewhere that I gotta be ready for. Need just one more food. Alright, let's see. This is not great. I'm already full. Could still take that with me, though. I'll take the squid, too. The squid might actually save me here. Okay. And I guess it's time for a bath. I'm gonna juke this guy out with the pipe the best I can. He got confused. He didn't like that. Karma flower and a shelter. Dang, I am pretty stacked. I actually don't even need the karma flower. I'll take the shelter. Let's see, I've been going for 47 minutes. I'm gonna take a quick, just 1 minute break. Just gonna kind of refresh some water and a couple other things, so I will be back, but enjoy these random symbols that we don't know what they mean yet. Alright, we're looking clean. Got some hydration. Very important. Oh, for sure. Kev. Hope you sleep well, dude. Thanks for tuning into the stream. It's always a treat, man, catching up. And, hope the rain puts you to sleep, man. It's definitely a vibe. It's relaxing to me. So, I know where you're coming from. Check out the VOD. Oh, dude. If you got time, you know? If you're interested, I suppose. The Ventures of Survivor are always going to be pretty interesting to witness. But for sure, dog. I hope you have a good night, man. The graffiti is just so amusing. Pretty close to where I want to be. Gotta go left, then up. Please work. It didn't work. Okay, I thought the squid was gonna do what squids do. Unfortunately, it just kind of stuck to his forehead. It was just kind of like a light nuisance to him. But that's fine. Thanks for the good vibes, dude. You're my goat always. Fortunately, I had to get murdered to a vulture. Murdered by a vulture. While singing your praises, but, that's just how passionate I am for my viewers. I would die for them. Just don't take that too personally. That was almost sick. I will. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I gotta be careful about, what I put out there. But I guess in your case, man, I did die for you already to the vulture, so I guess you can take that personally because it's already come to fruition. I do the same, homie status. Get you a homie that homie stalks you in real life. Whatever that even means. Not vibing with this dude. Okay, this time he's actually not scary. Well, he's a little scary because I don't know what's going on in those bottom tunnels. There is a pink lizard just below me, just kind of chilling, hiding out there. So I'm trying to be aware of that too. There's a lot of little details you can miss in this game that are like crucial to staying alive. You could get jump scared by a lot of freaks. But now that I'm looking at it, no, he's definitely moving around down there. Yikes. Gonna have to dance around both of these clowns. Now, he can't go up poles, but he can climb through tunnels. The vulture can't do either, although I guess climbing poles is a bit irrelevant for a guy like this. When he wants me bad. There's a chance we could run for it. I'm going for it. Now the pink lizard wants to play. Bad situation. I'm gonna have to fight the vulture. Ah, dude. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. We fought the good fight. There's a chance that when you get bitten by a lizard, you actually don't die immediately. And there's, of course, you know, no guarantee that you'll be able to make it out. But in the case that there's some infighting or something, you can actually slip out of a lizard's grasp and escape. It has come in clutch sometimes. Right, so it's down, left. Some areas in this game I've mapped out really well in my head. Other ones, not so much. Industrial Complex, I definitely haven't spent as much time running around as some other regions. Alright, this is scary no matter what. I really think we just run by him. I don't want to use these cherry bombs. They're just so loud. Maybe not good for the stream. I try to think about these things. Alright, let's eat our flour. Turn to the vulture here. I'm just gonna gun it. Full send down the pipe to the right. Now we gotta be careful. There's another pink lizard. The caramel lizard. One of my least favorite to fight against. He has a lot of different powers. Makes him pretty annoying. He's fast too, for how big he is. Actually, don't know how we're gonna get rid of this guy. So we could always distract him. Okay, we don't want this situation at all. Yeah, had to get out of that one. Oh, come Come on, you fool, get out of there. I'm gonna spear you in the back. But he didn't like that very much. I just don't want to talk about what happened to me right there. I don't want to talk about the experience we just had. Doing what squids do. Squids day off. A lot of the time, just gunning it will be effective, I think. Not always. I'm gonna try it right here. Now, the only problem with gunning it is that and this is a major complaint I have with Rain World, for the record. In fact, this is probably my main complaint with the game. I'm just gonna get it out there right away at the beginning here. The transition from screen to screen can be absolutely disgusting sometimes. If you're trying to fight something, you know, and the screen is bouncing back and forth, making you nauseous. Especially if you're trying to see what's ahead. In my opinion, that doesn't really make you feel like, it's not a weakness that makes you feel like part of the ecosystem or whatever. It just kind of feels like awkward game design. That guy's got one hell of a jump. Dang, how are we gonna get up there? So I'm gonna have to use a spear on the wall. But yeah, it's not a problem that comes up most of the time, but when it does, it does. I'll say that. Yeah, this is it. And this is actually a good place to save for now. I'm going to continue the stream, but I'm probably going to split this up into 2 different VODs. So the first hour will conclude right here. This is pretty much part 1, which is Outskirts and Industrial Complex.